If you were hoping or expecting our Knicks president and Leon Rose to speak with the New York media this offseason, or even before the regular season started, I'm sorry to say you're going to be disappointed. According to recent reports, that is not going to happen anytime soon. We're also going to look at Julius Randle and his road to recovery from his ankle injury and where he is within that process of recovery. We're also going to look at Mitchell Robinson and his offseason goals, what they are, and how he's trying to achieve them. All of this and so much more today. Let's get started. Leon Rose continues to avoid the New York media. Now, if you know anything about Leon Rose, you know he does not like speaking with any New York beat writers or beat journalists. He likes speaking to Alan Hahn, an MSG personality, Mike Breen, an MSG personality, sometimes speaking by himself, but he will not speak with these other guys. And a lot of times, if the Knicks don't have to do something, they don't have to do a press conference, they are not mandated by the NBA to do something, then they're not going to do it. The Knicks are not going to be nice just to be nice to the New York media. According to Fred Katz of The Athletic, the Knicks have declined the request from The Athletic for team president Leon Rose to hold an on-the-record media availability. Rose has not spoken on the record to independent media in almost 2 years and has not done a solo news conference since joining the Knicks in 2020. That's a long time for a team president who's made significant changes to the roster to not speak to independent media. If you look around the league, a lot of other presidents speak about their teams openly, and they do so in open forums, or they have press conferences to allow for media to ask them these questions. That's a normal standard in the NBA. Although it's not something that you have to do, normally a lot of teams do it. However, with the New York Knicks, their relationship with the New York media has always been shaky. James Dolan especially has not liked a lot of news outlets in terms of how they cover him, how they showcase him, and what they say about him, what they write about him. We already know that. And I'm sure Leon Rose feels the same way. If you're looking at it from a perspective that the New York media doesn't do you any favors, is usually hard and critical of you, and you don't want to put yourself in those situations, I guess you can kind of see it from Leon Rose's perspective. But in my honest opinion, it's never a good look when the president of a team doesn't want to speak openly and candidly to the media, not have open press conferences for such questions to be asked. It's a general standard in the NBA for teams to do this. I know it's like an unwritten rule. You don't have to do it. It's not mandated for a lot of these things to be done. But usually they're done because you want to get questions answered. And, a lot of the times in the past, this is what we've done. And we've seen other teams do this as well. I can tell you from a lot of the people that I've spoken to on that side and a lot of journalists that I've interviewed that they are very candid in the fact that they do not appreciate not being able to go to these pressers and ask questions. They want to have that availability. They want to be able to go do that. But unfortunately, under Leon Rose, again, he will not do anything that is not mandated or required by the NBA. To further support that, Fred Katz reported this after he gave us that Leon Rose update. The Knicks have also declined the request from The Athletic for Dante DiVincenzo to speak with reporters. No intro news conference for him. Knicks say his first media availability will not come until training camp, when teams are obligated by the NBA rules to make players available. So clearly, like I said, unless the NBA says directly, Leon Rose and Knicks, you have to do this, they won't do it. And that's just facts. This has been the case under Leon Rose since he took over in 2020, and it's going to be the case for as long as he is running the New York Knicks as president. And I'm very, very certain of that. You want to be able to support local media as well too, but you got to be able to open yourself up to that type of criticism, those type of questions, and you got to be able to answer them. And that can send a message to the NBA, the league, the players who are listening of your direction, where you're headed, and where you're going. And sometimes that can make you more attractive to other players, other stars, because they know what you're trying to do and what you're trying to build. And maybe they want to support that. So sometimes it can help you. But if you never do them, it definitely can hurt as well too. And I can make the argument that it's hurt more than it helped. because it doesn't look good from a because it doesn't look good from an optics perspective. If you're looking, it doesn't look good if you're from around the league. If you're looking on the outside, looking in on the Knicks, it doesn't look good. It's not a great perspective to have your team president not speak openly to journalists in your own city. It doesn't look right. It sends a bad message to people who are watching and who are listening or following the story. So sometimes I feel like, and I wish that Leon Rose would do at least one or two open media, independent media availability press conferences where he answered 5 to 7 questions, 30 minutes, and that's it. Because even that, I think, would be more helpful than anything he's done on that front anyways, since he's taken over as Knicks president. But if you were hoping to hear from newest Knick Dante DiVincenzo or from team president Leon Rose, you're going to be disappointed, and you're likely going to have to wait a while, because unless they're obligated, the Knicks are not doing any interviews. We have an update on Julius Randle and his road to recovery from injury. So Julius Randle took to social media recently where he shared a video of what he's been doing in regards to recovery, working out, and how much he's been taking and pushing that ankle since his surgery. Roll the clip. So as we can see, Julius Randle is not doing any type of basketball activities yet on that ankle. And obviously, I didn't expect him to, because why would he? Last month, he was still in a cast on Paul George's podcast. So clearly, I didn't expect him to do any type of basketball activities anytime soon. But I am happy to see him putting some pressure on the ankle. He's able to stand on the ankle clearly. He's able to work out on the ankle. And he's able to stretch it a lot more than he's ever been able to do that I've seen since the surgery. So these are all good updates and great things to see for Julius Randle. It looks like his road to recovery is happening very, very well and going well. And it looks like the reports that indicated that he's going to be ready for training camp are spot on. I'm very interested to see Julius Randle and his game and how it's affected, or maybe not affected at all, after he fully recovers from his ankle surgery and he's ready to play basketball on it again. Because it's going to be very interesting to see if there's anything wrong with his game, if he hesitates a little differently because of the ankle. Maybe he's hesitating when he's moving during game because he's scared that he's going to re-injure the ankle. Oftentimes, players who are injured and come back from injury, they have that fear, and it sometimes affects their game. So I definitely want to see if that's present or part of his game at all. But I wish him a road to recovery that is successful. I hope that he comes back strong and healthy, and I hope he can help the Knicks thrive and be very impactful heading into next season. Mitchell Robinson is also working on his game this offseason, specifically his conditioning. He took to social media recently where he shared a video of his training from his trainer. And in that video, it stated what his offseason goals were. Roll that clip. So clearly you can see at the top of the video, it says offseason goals, conditioning, and free throws. And clearly here, he's working on his conditioning. And I'm really happy to see him do that, because if he can come into training camp healthy, in shape, and in the right condition, it could change what the New York Knicks do next season, especially if they have a dominant and locked in and focused Mitchell Robinson to start the season. I think that could be a game changer. But honestly, I would rather see him in the gym working on them shots, working on them free throws. I cannot see Hack'em Mitch no more. Please, Mitch, get into that gym and work on those free throws until you can't work on them no more. I trust that your conditioning is going to be good, but I don't trust your free throws as much. Please, Mitch, please work on your free throws, because if you're not a liability at the line anymore, it could not only increase the total points you get per game, but it could also increase your value and what you mean to this Knicks roster. Please, Mitch, I beg of you. I'm praying, I'm hoping. Please get better with them free throws, lock yourself in the gym, and keep on shooting. Get better with those free throws, because if you do, you could become an absolute game changer for this New York Knicks roster. I fully and truly believe that. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a comment below. Smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans. Peace.